Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I will explain you how the price of gold has moved in the last 2 days and how the price of gold can move in the next 2 days. See, if you look at the chart of gold, what I have told you in my previous video that there is a continuous rise. Okay, and this rise after making this particular support, okay, and this is already a weak support, so you have to keep this in mind that 1613, if the price comes close to this particular level, it will go down. A probability is there it can go down. Okay, otherwise what we have seen, there is a continuous uptrend because this was the range and this range has moved upside and it was continuously moving down. If we look at overall trend in the first week of November, that the trend started upside. Okay, now what you have seen, there is a sharp rise has come. Okay, you can say it has made a high of around $1826.14 and a low of around 1780.59. This is the trend we have seen in yesterday. Okay, now as you can see, a little green candle is forming which is trying to get on a support. From there we can see a bounce back can come. Okay, or once the price fall below this particular zone, which is a zone lows at around coming $1768, which is already a weak support. So chances will be high that if the price comes close to a level of 1678, then we can see it can fall. Otherwise, if it goes and sustain above a level of 1810, then chances are high that we can see it can move further upside. Before we move forward and explain you why the price of gold can move in the next 2 days, if you have any doubt, mail me at stockmarkettradinglive@gmail.com and one more mail ID in the description. Okay, as we have seen, the CPI data will also affect the price of gold. Okay, so I have already mentioned that in my Telegram channel that there might be a volatility we can see in the gold or other commodities as the CPI data will come. Okay, so suppose if the price sustain this particular level, which is on a higher side, as you can see, this is the support. So what we can see, as I've already told you, that suppose if the price move above this particular level and cross this particular zone, so once it comes and hit this particular support, so chances were very high we can see it can hit this particular swing and move further upside. Okay, now so what you can see looking at this particular chart, suppose if the price sustain, which is on a higher side, yes, it can sustain and can go towards a level of around $1811.78. Okay, and if the price move up that particular level, then we can see it can touch a level of around $1824.98. Okay, and once the price sustain of that particular level, then chances are very high we can see it can go towards a level of around $1833.37, and from there we can see it can move further high and can touch a level of around $1848. As you can see that 1830.45 is already being a weak resistance, so chances of moving further upside is there. So we can see it can go towards a level of around $1848 to a further upside we can see it can go towards 1880. So you have to keep this in mind. Once the price move over level of 1848, then chances of touching 1880 is on a higher side because all these resistance are being a weak resistance. Now as you can see that the market, if you look at this particular trend also, what we have seen, it is quite volatile. Okay, so chances can be there that we can see a swing can form, but this is acting as a strong support, so we can see a bounce back. But suppose if the price didn't sustain this level, then we can see it can come down again to a level of $1802. Okay, and if that level goes further down, then we can see it can touch a level of $1794.39. Okay, suppose if the price fall below that particular level, then we can see it can come down towards a level of around $1791, and from there we can see it can touch its strong support of 1787. And once if it fall below that particular level, then we can see it can go towards a level of around 1768 to a level of around 1763. Keep this in mind. Once the price fall below this level, then we can see it can go towards a level of $1753 to a level of 59. And once the price fall below this level, then we can see it can go further low and can touch a level of around 1734. Okay, these are the few support. From there we can see a bounce back, but once if it breaks a level, then we can see after 1734 to a level of $1730, and from there we can see it can go towards 1715. So you have to keep this in mind and understand something. Suppose if you are in profit, you should always exit in profit. Okay, so that your profit should not get wiped out. Okay, so this is what some of the things which I teach in my workshop. I'll tell you here that suppose if you are trading with $10,000, try to trade with 10 to 15% of capital per trade. Okay, and for investing, you can, for 5-10 years, it's you can say it is on the uptrend, and it is, we can say it is on the upper side if you want to trade for 5, 10 or 20 years. So now, so if you're trading, so you have to be careful, because suppose if you're trading with $10,000, try to trade with 10 to 15% of capital per trade. Okay, so that is 1000 to 1500, and a risk of 0.5 to 1%, that is $50 to $100. Okay, so now suppose if you took 5 trades, your risk is $500, that is per trade 100 of max. So suppose if you lose $500 in a day, that will not affect your psychology. Okay, if your all trades are wrong, because 500 if lost from $10,000, it will not affect your psychology. You can trade and focus more on profit rather than recovering this $500. Okay, so what people do is they lose so much money in the first day itself, they try to recover that amount, suppose $3,000 or $4,000, then they lose their full capital. This is what they do. What I teach in my workshop, how to overcome all these things, how to strategize your trade, how to exit, and how to keep an average, or everything strategically hedging and all. So if you want to attend that workshop, mail me regarding that and we can work out on the timings. So hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please give a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe.